Talking Luther College Wrestling with head coach Dave Mitchell. And coach, you went back home for a home duel last week against Dubuque, got a big 30-9 victory. A lot of nice wins, I'd have to say. Probably one of the highlighted ones, Dakota Gray getting a fall over a ranked kid. Talk about his match to begin with.
Yeah, that was a fun one. He is, Dakota's wrestling very, very well right now and getting better all the time and very focused. I think this time of the year in his first two seasons he was trying to manage weight, and that was a bit of an issue for him in his first two seasons, and I think he's at a very comfortable weight class right now and really starting to hit his stride. And I think he's just going to keep getting better. I don't think he's at the point as good as he's going to be yet. But that was a nice win in that progress. He's had some good wins over some really good kids here now this season. And had some losses too to guys that we would have obviously not liked to lose to. But he keeps progressing, and I like where he's at.
And Overt hasn't given up a point in his last four matches. He kind of got the bonus point roll going for you at 33, didn't he?
He did. There was four matches in a row there, Darren, that was so impressive at 33, 41, 49, and 57, where we really didn't give up a match point. Now 41 at the very end of the second left, I think we gave an escape up. We thought we had the tech fall, and so it ended up being 15-1. But outside of that, there was not a single match point given up in those four matches, and that is just very, very impressive. And I think all of them were major decisions or falls in those matches. So just really, really impressive. And Evans working so hard, absolutely so hard, and just getting better and better. In the room, we've seen it all season that he's a better wrestler than he's ever been, and he's starting to hit his stride.
And this week, you make a long road trip down to Central on Thursday night. They're a program that's been getting better over these last few years. What do the Dutch bring to the table on the mat?
They have a nice team, very nice team, and I'm sure they're excited about wrestling us down there at home. I think they have a couple of kids that are nationally ranked, which we'll be excited about wrestling, and just a real good, solid group across the board. And so we'll have some very important individual matchups for the NCAA regional. Anytime we wrestle a regional team, those matches are important for us in terms of getting ready to get qualified for the NCAAs and then ultimately the NCAA championships. So they have a good team, but really it's more about us than what it is who we're wrestling against, especially this time of the year. We're really trying to focus in on perfection, just getting better all the time, honing in on being the best we can be. And we have 4 more weeks before the NCAA regional to make that happen. A handful of competitions to make that happen, and this is one of those competitions. And if guys are in the hunt to win national titles, that means you are the best. That means you're better than everybody else. And so this week, whether you're wrestling a kid that's nationally ranked or a kid that's average or a kid that's below average, if you're going to be the best, you got to beat them all. And so this week we'll provide another opportunity to get out there and try to make that happen.
To piggyback on that, it is the month of February now. Do you kind of see the intensity just go up that much more, getting closer and closer to regionals? We
have a good team, Darren, and in the room it's so fun to be a part of our practices right now, whether it's a morning workout, a sprint workout, or an on-the-mat workout. This is a really good group of guys, and they're training extremely hard. The intensity level is high, they're focused, but yet they're having fun too. And it's just a really good group, and the injuries that kind of hit us there kind of mid-season, we're starting to pull out of those a little bit. We're starting to get healthier at some spots, and that sure helps our lineup. Obviously, having Drew Van Anroy back in the lineup this last week, and his intensity level helps us all, and it's just his attitude on the mat, his toughness, his meanness, just carries over just a little notch for everybody. So I think our team was just elevated just a little bit by having him in there now, and Connor Herman's getting the healthiest he's been all season and continuing to get better as well. So no doubt in February the intensity level has increased, but this has been a great group, and this last 3 or 4 weeks we've been wrestling really well, Darren, and we're not at our best yet, and so we'll just keep moving towards that.
And Saturday you head up to Wisconsin Eau Claire, the Blue Gold Open. What's your approach heading into that Open tournament this weekend?
We're going to take some of our starters that missed some matches this year, which sometimes we've done in the past, and we're going to do it this year. So Drew will be up there, Herman will be up there, and then we're going to use it to determine a starting spot at 197 too. So we're going to take a couple of guys up at 197 with Walls and Stork and try to solidify our lineup if we can at that spot. And then we'll take a whole bunch of our backups that are working extremely hard too, and guys like, for some of these guys, it's not a this year issue, right? Most of them are kind of training for, being in the position where they could be an All-American maybe next year. But things happen too. You have injuries, and you want to be in the best position to take advantage of those when those do occur. But we've got some good young guys that are working real hard that have had some good runs here, and we need to get them back into some good competition and keep that progress. And so even, we've got those handful of starters, but then all these backup guys too, just carrying that momentum, keep progressing every day and using every day to get a little bit better, and Saturday will provide a more opportunity for that.
Hopefully it's the next step in the positive process this week. Coach, best of luck to you.
Thanks, Darren.
Dave Mitchell talking Luther College Wrestling.